Hi everybody, I don't know if you can see me just now. Major problems again with the computer. It was my fault this time. I was trying to kind of repair the G drive, or the drive that I've got, the external drive. I'll just kind of turn this off just now. Yeah, so I was trying to fix the external drive and I thought I could do it before I went live, and it just kind of crashed everything. So that was my fault this time. It wasn't a computer. I've kind of cleaned up all the computer. I've been doing that over the last couple of days. I'm going to be getting a new one, but it's costing about £4.5 for a top of the range one. But I managed to get down to £3.5. So, and I don't want to get it on credit, so I'm just going to kind of wait another month and get that. So I'm going to have to make do with this one just now. Don't know if anybody can see me just now. Don't know if anybody can hear me, but we are live. It's not just because I can't be asked going live. When I say I can't go live, it's genuinely because there's something wrong. So hopefully we are live. So I'm just going to check just to see if we are, if anybody's watching just now. Is there? I don't think there is. Oh, there is. A couple of people in, I think, in the chat room. Okay, I'm just going to dive over and we'll just chat crypto. We'll just look at a couple of charts. We'll not do the usual, we'll just chat. And we'll just make it a chat day today. So anything at all you want to talk about, just let me know in the chat area just now. And just say hello if you're watching just now, just say a quick hi just to say you're watching. Right, okay, I'm just going to jump over and we'll switch cameras as well. I'm just going to make sure that is a good quality kind of camera. How did I do it last time? One wee sec. Right, so Logitech. Right, just want to make sure it's the high quality version and not the crappy wee version. There we go. And we'll turn that back, that's fine. So now back, okay. We have a couple of people in. Honest Crypto Journey is in the house. Pascal Amsterdam, Stephen King, Kig, Marcus Shafari, James is in. Crypto Cannabis is in. Antonio Medusa, Sean Dubs, Mitch Dieter, Brundle25, Monica, Lawrence Matthews, Stormkeeper, Atif Mahmood is in as well. So welcome to you. Okay, so we're just going to chat crypto. I'll look at obviously CoinMarketCap and we'll see if we can get a couple of other charts up as well. But it's up to yourself what you want to talk about today. This is kind of your show, so just whatever you want to talk about, just kind of let me know in the chat area. Chris Cash has joined us, Andreas is in as well. Okay, so we'll dive over to Crypto Bubbles first of all, that's what we'll do. Aurora is down, so this is the 1 hour chart. Aurora is down 27% in an hour. What's going on there? So there must be, oh, there's another thing as well. So there must be something kind of up. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, we'll get rid of this. There's loads of things going on with the computer just now, as you know. I'm tired of talking about it. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with Aurora, but that's down 27%, so something must have happened there. Solve is up 3.84%. A lot of people talking about Solve just now. Looking good. BTT is up 2.3%. BTG is up. Matic is down. I thought Matic was going up. HOT is going up 2.16%. Remember, this is a dollar value as well, which means probably that Bitcoin value is going up. So look at the Bitcoin chart as well. We'll look at the 24-hour one on Bubbles. Red, it's mostly red. Apart from Matic up another 25%. And we'll take a look at Matic just now. We'll just see what's happening. Just now, I was just on that just before. So 415, could it reach 500 again? It may well do. Somebody was asking me in the premium this morning. So I don't know if it's going to reach there again. I don't know if this is a big bounce or if it's going to go on another run. So Matic up 41%. We've seen it 258, went down to 258. That would have been a brilliant time to jump in if you had the wherewithal to do that and the kind of time to catch it at that price. TNT is still doing well as well. That's going on another run. So it did come down and then going on another run there. That was recommended in the kind of premium group as well. TNT, we'll just take a look at the calls just now. I don't know if this is a calls. No, that's a script that I've got for something else that I launched I'm doing. Okay, so the calls, I've not updated yet, but we've got 3 100%ers in the calls for this month, which is cool. So Matic obviously being one of them. topped out 573, seller 326. But we've got another one in TNT, went up to 738. So TNT, and just make sure, did it go up to 738? 817 it went up to. So we need to kind of change that. So this is for TNT, 817, so that's the highest price. So it's a 200%er. So we've got two 200%ers for the month of May in the calls. RLC, I just made that this morning and then it kind of just shot down, so I need to see how RLC is doing. We called it 7190. It did shoot up to about 7450. I still think it's going to go up, but I did call that this morning. Some people caught maybe 5-10% of it. Yeah, it might have called 5%. It had to be quick though. So that was a call this morning. I thought that, kind of seen the large buys going in there. I thought, okay, something's happening here. I'm going to call it. Called in and just kind of subsequently kind of came right back down again. What else is doing well? Sellers coming back up again, 11%. Fetch AI is coming back up. So other ones hot. 23.24, that might have been good to get in at 22.23. 23.24 now. Encash still hovering around about the same price. MFT not moving, surprised at MFT, it's 44.45 now. I just think there's something going on, well not something going on, I just think got a spidey sense feeling that something's going to happen with MFT very soon. TNB, Key is moving as well, a tiny wee bit, 46.47. Yeah, MFT and Key, I don't know, maybe it's just, I don't know, but you've got to listen to those kind of intuitions as well. Okay, so that's Binance, that's what's happening on Binance just now. Who's down? Via is down, PundiX down, or 910, so it's not down that much. Engine coin is down, kind of called down a premium, and it's down on after going up to 2,442 Satoshi. So it's down, but it's coming back up again. I think that's going to be 100% or soon. Okay, so we'll dive over to the overall crypto market, and then we'll look at the BTC chart, and then we'll just chat crypto, see what happens, and hopefully we'll stay up live. So market cap has come down. We've seen it was nearly 250 billion at the start of the week. It's 236 billion now because of the Bitcoin price coming down to 7,619. Fell big time. We'll look at BTC after this and see where it's going or where it could possibly go in the different scenarios. So that has obviously brought the whole market down. Bitcoin dominance up to 57.1%. Matic Network, one of the few that are up, 26.66%. Aurora, I thought we'd just seen that going down. 5.72%. Huobi token, Made Safe, ABBC, Crypto.com, that's the CRO, and all the standard coins. So there's only 6% of the top 100 in the green. Who's the biggest loser? NEM, Engine Coin, Icon, Ravencoin, Qtum, Komodo, Cardano. And this is dollar value, remember? So when Bitcoin goes down in price, all the alts are going to go down in price. But what you're probably better looking at is the BTC value. See how that changes things? You can see there's a lot more in the green. There's about, 20% in the green as opposed to 6%. Populous, Tether, Wax, Binance Coin in the green. On BTC value this is. MCO, Loopring. Been trying to catch that for ages. Invest Chain is back in the top 100 as well. So there's a few more in BTC value that are in the green. We'll just see if this works, if it's quick enough. Well, it is quick enough. And we'll go to 10k volume. So we're just looking for kind of outliers here or hidden gems here as well. I'm just waiting a cashier coming for this. Just jump back over and we'll go to 24 hours, just waiting for the cashier. It does take a bit to load on CoinMarketCap. I'll just see who the highest. You usually get a couple of 100%ers over the last 24 hours. Maybe not. We'll come back to that. Okay, we'll join the chat again. Debbie Claydon is in the house. Axel is in. Atif Mahmood, Olive Bramblebird, G-Slick, James. When is this XRP supposed to pop? 589. Yeah, I know. Chris Cash, crush the like. Yes, if you can go down the like button and crush that like. Lots of TAs saying a BTC retracement this time is welcome for a bull run and let the alts breathe. Yeah, I thought we were going to go on an alts kind of run and then Bitcoin kind of fell, but we might still have an alts run, but I don't know. Mervyn Skidmore, CDT, had my pants pulled down after the Binance shenanigans yesterday, stuck in at minus 12%, couldn't place a sell order during this pump. Mark Paul, good morning to you. David Claydon, you need to change the date on your header page. Yes, it's because I couldn't get on this morning, so I've not changed anything, so I'll go back and edit it. So that's why nothing's changed there on the header. Bernard Ronald is in the house. Atif Mahmood, I hope QKC is on your list to have a look. I can have a look at that. What do you think about Bab's update? I didn't see Bab's update. Has there been an update? I've seen the kind of AMA. I didn't actually watch it, but I've seen there was an AMA. High Points Drifter, James, is PundyX still doing a token swap? Yeah, you can still do the token swap to FX. Etienne Grobler, hi Steve, think it's worthwhile buying and selling Matic waves for the short term. See big volatility on low and high currently. It's really risky. If you're going to trade Matic, it's going to be really risky. So what I would do, we'll look at the Bitcoin price first, then we can talk about that. So this is the Bitcoin price at the moment, 7,594 at the moment. Where can we expect to go from here? Where is support? Well, we've got kind of clear support round about this buying area here. We're looking at the VPVR here, and this is an indicator. So round about 7,292 or 7,300, we'll say. There's going to be buying pressure there. So it looks as if it wants to come down to this 7,300. Next kind of resistance is obviously 7,000. But 7,200 to 7,300 is where the buying pressure is going to be. If it falls below that, then we're going down even further to 7,000. If it falls below that, then with no real kind of support. If it falls below the kind of 7,000, apart from maybe 6,800, we've got support there. And 6,800, we go down below that, then we're looking at 6,400 again, then down to 6,000. Hopefully it doesn't get to that, but that's what it's looking like at the moment. So it's not looking good for the Bitcoin price, which is obviously going to pull down the alts as well. But we'll need to wait and see what happens. There's no real buying pressure here at any of these levels. And as I said, 7,300 looks likely to come about to 7,200 to 7,300. So, but it's taking a breather, but we don't want it to dump this hard like this. This is on the hourly. We'll just look on the daily for this as well. When we look on the daily, it doesn't look as bad. You can see this parabolic rise. It's gone up over, well, since its low at 3,300, has it gone up? Just over 150%. So that is a big rise. Obviously, there's going to be some pullback. We can expect that. So if you look at it on the daily, so think about it this way. If you look at it on the daily, if you look at it on the say you go to the 15-minute chart and you look on the 15 minutes, you go, wow, this is really, really volatile. It's gone down big time. It's kind of gone up big time. You look at that and just go, this is kind of crazy. It's your brain can't conceive of kind of all of this. So what you're better doing is looking at the macro view. So look at the weekly. If you look at the weekly, still looks great. Still looks good on the weekly. We're still in a bull run. If we think about it, if we're looking at the weekly, we are still very much in a bull run just now. And then look at the monthly. In the monthly chart, we've still got a green candle for the monthly chart. 4 months in a row we've got a green candle, which is very rare for Bitcoin. There's only a few times that's kind of happened, and that's been on the parabolic rises we've had previously. So if you look at the monthly, we're still in a bull market. If you look at this kind of closely, we're still very much in a bull market. Look at this candle at the moment, where we are just now. is a big green candle. I've not pulled back that much. It went down up to 8,369, came back, it's pulled back down a wee bit, but it's not that bad. And even if it pulled down to say 6,000 or 5,600, that's just bouncing off the 7 EMA. So the exponential moving average, or the monthly exponential moving average. So if you think about it that way, it doesn't look quite as bad. So always look at the macro view, always look at the 50,000 foot view instead of the hourly or the daily. When you look at it that way, then you start to panic, and that's when you start to make bad decisions. So on the hourly, you think, oh wow, it's fell down big time. But having said that, we have to look at the micro to kind of figure out what's happening with the macro. But look at the macro and go down to the micro as well. So look on the daily, and it doesn't look that bad. So, but it still could, short term, it could still go down. It looks as if it is going to go down with this support of 7,200, 7,300-ish as well. Okay, Matic, somebody was talking about Matic there. We'll look at QKC as well, somebody was asking. So how do we trade on Matic? If you look in the daily, you can't really trade on the daily. So we'll have to come right down to the micro to trade. So you can trade on a micro level on a 5-minute chart. You can actually trade. If you're looking to get in and out, and this is not a long-term hold for you, then you can trade using a 5-minute chart. So if we use our standard, the CYT standard, and look at the 7 EMA and the 50 EMA, if we crossed over at 290, you could have gone at 290, and just wait on it crossing back down over, say, on a smaller time frame. So if you get in a 5-minute, look at the 1 minute to get out. So we'll get in the 5-minute, we'll take that VPVR off just now. So if you got in here at 290, it'd been a good time to get in because it crossed over then. This is on the 5-minute. And then if you're looking for a get out and exit, look at the 1 minute. So if you got in at kind of 290, you would have got out at 430. You'd have got out at 430 there, and you'd have had a good profit from 290. So what profit would you have from 290? Just kind of calculate it. From 290 to 430. So we'll go 290 all the way up to 430. That'd have been a good 47% profit. And you'd have been out just now if you kind of came out on the 1 minute chart. You'd have been out because you'd have got out at 430 here, and it kind of went all the way down to 403 again. You might have got back in again, round about there. But that'd be risky. That'd have been risky. Or if you were just using a 5-minute chart, you'd have stayed in. You'd have stayed in here. So that's what I suggest doing if you're trying to trade something like Matic. If you're looking to get in just now on a 5-minute chart, it's on an up kind of swing just now. So it might not be as good to get in the upswing. Having said that, it could jump up even higher from here. You just don't know. But it's better to wait on a pullback, maybe to the 50 EMA, or kind of bouncing off the 7 EMA. So that'd have been about 421. So that's how to trade when you're trying to kind of trade the swing, when you're swing trading. Use a much smaller time frame. I hope that helps anybody that's doing that. QKC, we'll just look at QKC just now. That's a 5-minute chart. Look at the 1 hour. It's looking good on the 1 hour. Crossed over at 287, now 350. Look on the daily, get a macro view. So it's starting to move. It's starting to move off its all-time low, which is a good thing. They're starting to move off its all-time low, and this could be the start of a bigger move. So if we go down to the 4-hourly, we've crossed over on the 4-hourly, so this is a good thing as well. So crossed over at 303, so this could be the start of a move, and it's not crossed over on the 4-hourly since 18th of March for QKC. It hasn't crossed over up here, it crossed over there, went up to 1081 from 853, then it crossed down on the 7th of April and kept on going down, down, down. So this could be the start of a much bigger rise for QKC. But you've got to have the patience of a saint for this, because it's kind of up and down all the time. But certainly on the 4-hourly, it's looking good, which is probably going to eventually come up to the daily, and it'll be a crossover on the daily eventually. then it'll be an even stronger case for holding it. So it's looking okay. Etty and Grobler, I say think it's worthwhile buying Submatic. That's what we're looking at. LTC. So look at LTC just now. LTC, BTC. So look at the Bitcoin value. Down just now on the daily. We're coming up a support line. So you can see this support here, bounced up there, kind of came down, bounce, 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 came down, so looking to bounce there. So if we look at that and see there is some level of support round about here. So it could bounce from here. If it goes down any lower, then we're looking for a lower price for Litecoin. So this has kind of got to hold just now, this line. If it doesn't hold, then we're going down to probably previous resistance there, which would be maybe support at 1 million Satoshi, around about the 1 million Satoshi mark for LTC. So we need to wait and see what happens with that. It doesn't look good at the moment for LTC just now. And obviously the dollar value will come down as well because the Bitcoin price has come down. So look at LTC. Was it just now $86? And did get to that magical $100, $107 that I said it was going to get to. But we can expect a pullback. We've had a what, 200% increase? $22, more than that. 370% increase in dollar value for LTC. So we can expect some kind of pullback on that. So it's not a big deal if we look at the kind of think about the macro view. Can you take a look at Fuel and Seller, Steve, please, Sean? Yep, I can indeed. Fuel, BTC. Crossed over in the 4 hourly. It's looking to hit some kind of resistance there, but it's kind of trying to break through. So if it breaks through the 155, it looks as if we're going to go up, but it's not breaking through that. We had previous resistance there. It kind of went up to that price before and came right back down to 129. Trying to break through that, kind of broke through it, but came back down again and finished on the 4 hourly at 160. So if you could break, say, 160, then it would be another, kind of be a buy from there. Look on the daily, it's crossed over on the 4 hourly. It's looking to cross over on daily, which would be more bullish as well if it did that. So we need to break that, or you need to break that 160, or Fuel needs to break 160 before it continues its climb up. And I'm talking about closing on a 4 hourly. If it breaks 160, I'm talking about the closing price, not actually the price at the time, because it kind of shoots through it, then comes back down. I'm just making sure we're on. Yeah, we are. So Fuel, Seller's another good one, obviously. It's had a big run up. You see that here. We're better looking at on the 4 hourly. Yeah, so it had a big run up. It crossed over at 135 and went up to 330. So it's had a big run up. We can expect that pullback, 150%. And we'll look at from the crossover and the bounce. Bouncing is 78.6%. And that's on the Fibonacci retracement. So a lot of the times it bounces on a 61.8%. A lot of the time it bounces then, but if it shoots through, if it's kind of heavy volume and it's shooting down, you're looking at the next level at 78.6. It bounced perfectly off 78.6, and I'm using the crossover for this as well. If we come down from it as kind of bottom, which a lot of people use, we're not close to 78.6. We're closer to the 61.8% level, which is usually where they bounce. But it's bounced here. We'll look at Matic and show you that as well. We'll probably see that quite clearly as well. So we'll look at from the crossover, Fibonacci retracement on the 4 hourly. See where it bounced. Bounced perfectly off the 61.8% level. That's what I was telling you about there. I use the kind of Fibonacci retracement tool slightly differently, but it works for me. It works for me. It's just another tool that kind of confirms things. If I'm looking to get in, if it's risen quite high as well, and I'm looking to an area to get in, then I'll look at the Fibonacci retracement, look at the 61.8% level and say, okay, 257 was the retracement level at 61.8%, bounced perfectly off that. It hit 257 just, and then kind of got in, bounced back up again. So you could go back all the way up to 574, but just be careful and use the 5-minute chart from there. You don't use the Fibonacci retracement for the exit. That's where you would use the 5-minute chart or the 1-minute chart, or whatever chart you use. If you use the 50-minute chart to enter, then use the 5-minute to exit, if that makes sense. So on the 50-minute chart, if you entered Matic at 298 and use the 5-minute chart to exit, and it wouldn't be an exit just now, so you'd still be in Matic at 298. Hope that makes sense for you when you're trading. Hope that helps, Sean. That's for Sean Dubs. G-Slick is in. Mark Innes. Hello, Stephen and Brown CYT crew. Good to see you, Mark. Chia Ingov is in. Good morning to you. Aloysius is in. Good morning to you. Gareth Mabbott. Crypto Don Wan is in the house. Good morning to you. James H. Green showing increased momentum too for BTC. Yes, hopefully. BTC USD. Yeah, on the short term, I was looking at the 5-minute. Short term, it doesn't look good, obviously, but macro view, it looks excellent for BTC. So just 7,581 just now. So as I said, it looks as if we're going to pull back to about 7,200, 7,300. If we could stabilize at that and keep and go back up again. So it's looking less likely that we're going to hit the 11k, but I still think we're on for 11k, but it's looking less likely that that is going to happen. Just like HLC. HLC, what is HLC? That health one? Halal Chain. Halal Chain up 7%. Markets, what markets it's on? CoinEgg, 419,000. That was trading. Social. Okay, social media feeds down 96% since it came out. And it's up to look into it, but that's Halal Chain. Crypto Don Wan, thank you very much for the $10 donation. Really appreciate that, mate. Saying happy trading. Yeah, I don't know if it's a trading day today. Well, it is a trading day because we can still see there's lots of opportunities here. AST, I think. Crypto.DJ, was it you? They kind of mentioned AST, or was it Jimbo? There's one of our crew, one of our kind of gem crew that mentioned it. I'm sure it was you, DJ. I don't know if it was. But yeah, that done a brilliant. That's kind of done 100% as well. Matic, obviously, can trade in and out of that. TNT, CDT as well, a good jump. Fuel, still moving up. Doc, Seller, you're going to be able to trade. So there's loads of trading opportunities. But obviously with Bitcoin price, you just have to keep an eye on the Bitcoin price all the time because it's coming down minute by minute. Scott Greenplate, good morning to you. Any TRX news? Haven't heard any TRX news. Quite like seeing a bit more TA. Excellent. We can do more TA. I'm not, as I've been saying this for ages, I'm not big on TA, but I do like, I'm getting more into the kind of TA side of things. Gary Parmenter. TKY is looking good, Steve. Next month the PRC decides if TKY will get the entire national identity rollout. Excellent. I know you've been talking about that for a while. And that's the key. And it's doing okay. 30 million market cap. It seems to have done well over the last 7 days. And volumes 217,000, which is good. Markets, L-Bank and KuCoin. That's good if that jumps. Hello from the USA, Ronald S. Thank you very much. Good to see you here. Sean Dubs also can we look at BTT. We're better looking at BTT. Well, we can look at BTT here. BTT, BTC. Returned. So yeah, we're better looking at it on the daily. It's not good on the very conducive for looking at on the hourly. So I noticed this kind of yesterday coming up. So on the daily, for the first time, BitTorrent is actually crossing over on the daily. Around about 14-15 level, crossed over, was just starting to cross over. But It kind of crossed over, but it's only been on a short while. So, but this is the most bullish I've seen BTT at this point, because it kept on going down ever since it came out, from 32 onwards all the way down to about 9-10. You could have got in for 8 or 9 Satoshi and just kind of jumped up. You could have had 100% because it went up to 18 before coming back down. So big plans for BTT from Justin Sun. So this could kind of double again. It might double again from here and could get up to 32, so it could go even higher than that as well. Crypto Don Juan, yeah, I made 10 ETH yesterday on that one. AST, excellent, was you? I knew you'd kind of said it, because I kind of came back in the premium group and said, yeah, it was about the liquidity. So I looked at AST and I thought, you can't really buy that much of it all at once. When I kind of go into a trade, it's kind of usually bigger, to be honest, and I just couldn't get that much in AST. But if I had just kind of done it slowly and just kind of built it up over a period of a couple of hours, I could have been sitting pretty just now. So that was brilliant, DJ, so well done on that trade. James, well played, Don Juan. Yes, yeah, really good one. Okay, what else is there to look at? There was, I don't know if this is going to come up. Because Deb, I'm going to try and do the video after this as well, obviously, for the news. Deb and James and kind of Rob has been sending stories. So we've got a wee kind of group, and they just kind of put stories in there for me, which is brilliant. So big shout out to them as well. Big shout out to Jimbo and Kim as well, the other brilliant admins. The admin team are just an amazing team. So I want to give a shout out to Kim and Jimbo as well. And we've got Rob, Deb and James doing the kind of news stories as well, and everything else they do as well. Hopefully one day, and I know they're not looking for it, one day I can reward them somehow and just say, here's a Bitcoin for everything that you've done over the last year or so. That would be fantastic to do that. Hopefully one day. Alright, this was a news story. 10 fintech leaders predict Bitcoin to end 2019 above $9,500. When you kind of look at that, you just go, it's not that much, $9,500. We'd expect a lot more than that. So 50% of the participants believe that the next uptrend will end just like the one in 2017. But while the majority of the participants expected Bitcoin to eventually cool off from its recent parabolic run, the general consensus was Bitcoin would exceed 9,659 by the end of 2019. So analyst and participant Joe said that we're entering a new period with Bitcoin. Many of the institutional players have said they're done with this experiment publicly, which may be the case, but I think privately some other hedge funds and other institutions will continue to invest during this lower period. So this was a kind of the experts, 10 prominent fintech experts shared the Bitcoin price predictions and all agreed that BTC would close 2019 above 9,500 according to finder.com. The participants were most optimistic about EOS, Binance Coin and Tron, as each was forecast to gain 72%, 727%, 459 and 449% respectively. So there's somebody in our group, there's a couple of people in our group, actually the premium group and the free group, talking about EOS a lot. But they're saying here that they expect it to go up 727%. So we're going to take a wee look at EOS, and I've said I've never really done it before, and there's no reason. I'm not against EOS at all. I've just never looked into it in depth. But I hear more and more EOS, I'm hearing more and more, which means there's going to be, I would imagine, on the search trends for Google, there's going to be a lot of people searching for it as well. So we're at 76,000 at the moment. We've had a high of 242,000, so 3 times from where it was. I think maybe that's why I've never really looked at it, because to get to its all-time high, it's not that far, it's not too big of a distance. So 245,000 being its all-time high at the peak. That's on a weekly, and we're currently at 76,000. So say 3.5 times from where it is just now. So it could be another one like XRP and Cardano. Cardano as well. Cardano and BTC. That's kind of come down obviously with the BTC price. 988 again, 988. So again, good accumulation price for Cardano. And same with XRP. I think XRP BTC, where we're at 4,792. So again, good accumulation price for XRP and Cardano. So it looks as if it's the same for EOS. So EOS might go into that bucket of just accumulate. And as I said, I've not looked at it, not for any reason, but EOS might be in that kind of bucket as well. So it's got support at 55,820, strong support there. And we're kind of coming down on EOS just now. On a weekly, it's crossing down over, so that'll be almost like a death cross there. So it might go lower, but 1st of June might see it coming, being much higher than that. So good to keep an eye on. I think it was virtual reality that's kind of talking about the premium quite a lot. So we need to kind of look more into that, I think, if we're obviously looking to make money, and which we are. Okay, Ferris Alcacid is in. B is in the house as well. B looks like I'll be catching up with recording late again. Yeah, we're just kind of finishing up just now. I was late coming on today because of computer problems again, but that was my fault because I was trying to clean up another kind of the external hard drive, so it was my fault there. Facebook is going to launch an EOS.io. I know there's kind of chat that has not been discounted about some collaboration with Facebook, so we'll see. Wow, double bottom on ADA and XRP might be a time to jump in. Yeah, definitely. And there's possible a split chain as well. Ferris is saying EOS all-time high achieved in June, so bear market not 2017 bull. Mervyn Skidmore, CDT, should I stay in? Take the loss. Big boy pants on, CDT. Take the loss. Have you lost on it? That's a weekly. So it depends what price you got in it. You didn't get in at the high, did you? At 209. Looks as if it's moving back up. So look on the 4 hourly. The 4 hourly crossed over to 117. It did get up to 214, almost 100%. Came right back down, but it might bounce from here because it's never crossed over. It had a kind of slight crossover on the 15th of April, but before that, it didn't really cross over until the beginning of April. So yeah, this might be the start of a bigger run for it, albeit slow. So it depends what price you got in it. It really depends. Rob Fiddler is in the house. Good morning to you. Mervyn Skidmore 168. If it was me, Mervyn, I would hold it. I would hold it. Again, obviously not financial advice, but I would hold that from here. It did jump up and come right back down, obviously. But yeah, I would kind of hold it from here. It's coming off its all-time low, around about 94. So it's weighing about 50% off its all-time low from where it is just now. And it could be a slow and steady climb from here for CDT. I'm presuming that's the all-time low. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that for a slow and steady kind of climb up from here. Maybe not a fast one if you're looking for it to be faster and you're wanting the trading money. Obviously, you might want to get out, but it looks okay for me. It looks as if it's going to go back up. So personally, I would kind of hold it. But do your own research and all that stuff. Put big boy pants on. Facebook is hiring people out of Washington DC. So something going on. Is there something, a tie between EOS and Facebook? Mervyn Skidmore saying, cheers, Steve. My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, we'll just go back and have a wee look. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, Jimbo is in the house. Where have you been, man? We've been waiting on you. Been killing time till you got here. No, we're just kind of finishing up, but we'll just have a look at the kind of BTC charts. BTC USD 7579. This is on the daily. As I said, on the daily it doesn't look that bad, but it's had 4 red candles in a day in a row on the daily. So lower highs we're getting there, and lower lows as well. So it looks like this is going to be another lower low day. As long as we stay above 7,000. If we go below 7,000 again, then I would start to kind of worry more. But as long as we stay above that 7,000, I don't think it's too much to worry about. But if it goes below that, then I think we're going to see a lot of panic selling. If it does go below that. If it stabilizes from here, we're going to see another run in the alts, or some of the alts. Matic still moving up. BetChi is still moving up. Seller is still moving up. They've had an amazing run. So Harmony is coming out soon as well. I think a lot of people are expecting the same to happen with Harmony. I don't know if it will this time. It depends on where Bitcoin is. IoTech's moving up as well. And this is on the daily, we'll just look on the 4 hourly. And TNT had an amazing run. So I called that, I wish I'd stayed in it myself. Not stayed in it, I wish I'd kind of been in it myself. Called that, it did get up to 225%. So if you're going to get in on something you think is going to go up to 100%, put your stop, your sell limit order in as well. So if you get in at something like 200, you can just sell limit order and just say, okay, if it reaches 350, put a sell on it for 370 or something. Or if you're going down the other way, you do it the opposite way. She's like, Namaste, Rob Fiddler, some 10 buys this morning, Ada, Vet and Neo. Yeah, Ada, definitely Vet, definitely Neo as well. I'll be on time on Friday, says B. No problem at all, mate. Okay, I think we'll leave it there for the moment. And thanks for being patient with me as well. I know I've kind of had a lot of computer problems, but today was my fault. And that was me trying to fix them. I'm going to fix it after this. I'm just clearing everything out before I kind of give it over and buy a new one. I'm definitely going to buy a new one. But I'll wait till I've got the full amount of money. Okay, that's it for just now. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the